Good morning, students. So today we are going to discuss about definite integrals. Now the definite integrals are almost similar like the indefinite integrals. That means the integrals which we are solving in for the last 3 classes. Now basically what we are doing till now, suppose we are integrating a function f of x dx. We are integrating this function and we are getting our answer of that. Suppose I'm writing that is our capital F of x. If I give one example, if you are integrating x dx, x is here your small f of x, and after that we are getting is answer as x square by 2, and x square by 2 is your capital F of x. So this thing we are doing till now by similar methods, that means by the method of substitution, by the using integration by parts, and many more. So this is all about the indefinite integral. Now in definite integral, what comes in definite integral, all the story will be same, but a small change, there will be a limit in the integration. Same over the same function we are integrating, but now what I have written, see, I will pronounce is like that: integrating a to b f of x dx. Integrating a to b. Now this a is known as lower limit and b is called as upper limit. These are the two limit. Basically integration are used for finding the areas of any curve or any region. So for that region, the a and b are the boundaries, that is from where the area is going to start and from here it ends. So these are defining at their boundaries, a to b. So now we have to find this whole integration in between this area. Suppose I am giving one example by a curve. Suppose this is your curve, okay, and this curve is indicated by your f of x. This is your f of x. This curve is your f of x. Now I given one margin, these two margin, and in between of this I have to find the area. This area I need. So suppose this point is your a and this point is your b. So by the help of integration, that is integrating, it will be represented like that: integrating a to b. To whom we are integrating? This curve, which what is the curve? F of x is the curve over the region ds. So by the help of the definite integral, basically we are finding the areas of any given curve. Okay, now how it will use definite integral? It is totally similar like a indefinite integral. First of all, for any given function, for any particular given function, you will find their capital F of x by using that previous methods which we have discussed. And after that we have to use the limits. So what are the limits? A to b. Now how to use? See, what we have get by integration small f of x, we have get capital F of x. So similarly here, after integrating small f of x, we will get capital F of x. Same, but now there is a story that there is a limits from a to b. So we will write in this way, in a box, a to b. And now how to use? Similarly, in a simple way, what you have to do, first of all, put the upper limit in place of x, that is f of b minus, remember that the formula is upper limit minus lower limit. Upper limit minus lower limit. So what you have to do? F of b minus f of a. So that is finally we can write in this way: the integration a to b f of x dx equals to upper limit minus lower limit of capital F of x. This is all about definite integral. Now see, for this particular example I am giving the one more example for definite limit. So what we have said, integration over x dx equals to x square by 2, right? Now suppose we are finding integration over 1 to 2 x dx. 1 to 2, from integration 1 to 2 x dx. So we know that integration over x dx is x square by 2. This is your capital F of x. Okay, so after integrating, what we get? X square by 2. But what are the limits here? 1 to 2. So first of all, what we'll going to put in place of x, the upper limit. In place of x, we are in place of x going to put upper limit. So what is the upper limit here? 2. So 2 square divided by 2 minus, now putting the lower limit in place of x, that is 1 square divided by 2. 2 square by 2, that is 2. 1 square by 2, that is half. So finally answer is 3 by 2. So 3 by 2 is your answer. Clear? Just remember, simply first of all we have to integrate by our previous rules, and after that we have to use the limits. The formula is upper limit minus lower limit. In place of x put the upper limit, minus again in place of x put the lower limit. So this is all about definite integrals. So now let us try to solve some questions regarding this topic. Okay, the question number 1, integration 0 to 1 x to the power 7 by 1 plus x to the power 8 dx. So first of all we will solve this question for indefinite integral. That means first of all we are going to solve the indefinite part, that is 1 x to the power 7 by x to the power 8 1 plus x to the power 8 dx. We will solve this part, and after solving that part we will put the limits. Okay, so for solving this part we know what we have to substitute. We have to take, let 1 plus x to the power 8 equals to z. Now differentiating both sides with respect to x, we will get 8 x to the power 7 for this side, and this side dz by dx. We required x to the power 7 dx. So what we will do, x to the power 7 dx this side and dz by 8. Now using the substitution method here, 1 plus x to the power 8 is substituted as z, and instead of x to the power 7 dx we are going to write substitution dz by 8. So now taking the constant out of the integration, 1 by z dz, and its integration is log z, and log z value, no need to write the constant, because why I am not writing the constant, because at the end I have to use the limit and the constant will cancel out easily. So no need to write the constant part. So z value is 1 plus x to the power 8. So this is the answer for the indefinite part. Now we have to use the limits. Okay, so now what we'll do, so now we have solved the indefinite part. Now we're going to use the limit portion, that is integration 0 to 1. This is our question, x to the power 7 by 1 plus x to the power 8 dx equals to, let's set the equals to here only. So now what is the answer for this indefinite part? We will write that 1 by 8 log of 1 plus x to the power 8, and what is the limit? Limit is 0 to 1. Now just first of all putting the upper limit minus lower limit. So now first of all putting upper limit, that is 1 by 8 log. So in place of x what we are going to put? In place of x we are going to put 1, that is upper limit. 1 plus 1 to the power 8. 1 to the power 8 means we know that something to the 1 to the power anything is always equals to 1. So that is equals to 1 only. Minus, now lower limit, 1 by 8 log, in place of x what we are going to put? 0, and 0 to the power something is 0 only. So 1 by 8 log 1 plus 1 2 minus 1 by 8 log 1. Log 1 value we know that log 1 value is 0. So finally the answer is, since log 1 value is 0. So clear? So first of all what we have to do, we have to find the indefinite part by using the previous methods. Then at the end we have to put the limit, upper limit and lower limit. Just remember upper limit minus lower limit. Simple. Okay. Now proceeding to the next question. Okay, question number 2, integration over 1 to e square dx by x into 1 plus log x. So First of all, we will solve the indefinite part. 1 plus log x. First of all, we will solve this part. So for that, we have to use the substitution. So here what we're going to use, let 1 plus log x equals to z. Now differentiating both sides with respect to x, differentiation of 1 is 0, differentiation of log x is 1 by x, and this side dz by dx. So now shifting to that side, dx by x equals to dz. Now using the substitution here, dx by x can be written as dz and 1 plus log x as z. So finally this integration, we know that this is log z and z value 1 plus log x. So this is the indefinite part. Now we have to use for the limiting. So what we're going to do, integration 1 to e square dx by x into 1 plus log x is equals to, what if we get, we will write log of 1 plus log x. Now putting upper limit and lower limit, e square. Okay, this is our e square. E square. Now first of all, putting the upper limit, log of 1 plus log, in place of x put the upper limit e square minus log of 1 plus log, in place of x put the upper limit log 1. Okay, now log of e square means, see, log of e square, now using the property of log, this power comes in front, that is 2 log of e, and we know that log e is 1. Log e value is 1, so 2 into 1, 2. So log e square value is 2. 1 plus 2 minus, and for this side log 1 value is 0. So here comes log of 3, 2 plus 1, 3, and this log of 1. So, and log 1 value is again 0. So finally log 3 is the answer. Okay, because log 1 value is 0. Clear? So in the same way, for every question of definite integral, what we have to do, first of all you have to solve the indefinite part of the integration. Then after solving that, you have to just put the upper limit and lower limit in the same way. Okay, now let's proceed to the question number 3. Okay, question number 3, integration 0 to 1 x square e to the power x dx. So first of all, here also we have to find the indefinite part, x square e to the power x dx. Now we have to solve this integration. Now here we can see that x square is a function and e to the power x is also a function. That means product of two functions. That means here we have to use integration by parts. So before using integration by parts, we have to name which is our first function, which is our second function. So by using the method of eyelet, so x square comes under the category of algebra. That means this is our algebraic, and e to the power x comes under the category of exponential, that is e. So that means algebraic comes in first. So x square is our first function and e to the power x is our second function. Okay, just watch the video of integration by parts, you will get to know. There also, in that particular video of integration by parts, I have solved this question completely. So just watch that video if you are finding any doubts of getting this first function, second function, like that. Now using the formula of integration by parts, first function integration over second function dx minus integration derivative of first function integration over second function dx, full all of the dx. Okay, if you watch that video, this part will be clear to you. Now integrating x square, integration of e to the power x is e to the power x minus integration x square derivative is your 2x, integration over e to the power x is e to the power x dx. X square e to the power x minus 2 is a constant, let's take out of the constant, x e to the power x dx. Now again x and e to the power x, so again we are finding here two function multiply. So again in a same way, using the integration by parts, x comes in algebraic, so it will be our first function, e to the power x will be our second function. So that for again we have to use the integration by parts. So first function integration over second function minus integration derivative of first function integration over second function, second bracket close, dx, third bracket closed. So x square e to the power x minus 2. Now solving the integration of e to the power x is e to the power x minus integration derivative of x is 1, integration of e to the power x is e to the power x, and there is a dx. So that is x square e to the power x minus 2 x e to the power x, okay, 1 into e to the power x, e to the power x, and e to the power x integration is e to the power x. Okay, now opening the bracket, x square e to the power x minus 2x e to the power x minus plus 2x to the power x. Okay, so what we can do, we can take a common. So in 3 of the term we can see e to the power x is a common factor, so we have just taken the common, we get x square minus 2x plus 2. So this is the definite integration of x square e to the power x. Okay, so now what we have to find, we have to find the limit 0 to 1, integrating 0 to 1 x square e to the power x dx. So what we'll do, simply we'll put here the upper limit minus lower limit. Okay, so let's do that. So now integration 0 to 1 x square e to the power x dx. After solving this, we have get x e to the power x square minus 2x plus 2. Now the limit is 0 to 1. So now putting first of all the upper limit, that means in place of x we have to put 1. So e to the power 1, that is our e only, 1 square minus 2 into 1 plus 2. So this is our upper limit. Okay, minus, now lower limit, e to the power 0, 0 square 0, 2 into 0 plus 2. This is our lower limit. Now e to the power 1 is e, 1 square is 1, 1 plus 2 3, 3 minus 2 1, minus e to the power 0 is 1, something to the power 0 is 1, 0 0, and finally 2. So what we get, e into 1 e minus 1 into 2 2. So this is your final answer. So clear? In definite integral, just you have to first of all solve the indefinite part by using the previous methods, then at last you have to put the limits, that is upper limit minus lower limit, in just in place of x put the limits value. Clear? So now I am giving some questions to solve, try that questions. Okay, so these are the total 10 questions. Homework to you, try these 10 questions. All of the question indefinite part we have discussed in our last 3 videos of integration. If you have followed that last 3 videos, you will find every question solution of the indefinite, and for this, for the definite part, we have to just put the limits. Rest all of the definite part we have discussed in our last videos. So this is all about for the integration chapter. We have covered from all the topics of integration. So follow the videos, follow the classes. If you have any doubt, then tell me. I will try to solve them. So this is all about for today. Thank you students for attending this class. Goodbye.